Hello world, welcome to another episode of the Cypher. I'm your host, Colin Mill, Smack. I'm here with my two co-hosts. Guys, do what y'all do.
Yo, this is K After Death.
He is so excited.
Frenchie, I am so excited right now.
I'm so excited. Hey, it's your girl Harley.
So we're literally listening to our newest song called Let's Get Fucked Up off the new Unlocked Doors soundtrack. And as we're sitting here, singing along with the song, the song is literally talking about, I got weed, I got drinks. Now, as a Cypher, we got the weed, but today we didn't have no drinks, especially because, we record the podcast in the car, so we're trying to have no alcohol beverages inside the vehicle. And as we're singing along, it's Frenchie's part. Frenchie's part is all about drinking. His whole part is specifically about drinking. And as he's singing, here comes a guy carrying like 3-4 bottles of Corona, one Heineken, with the tequila.
Tequila 800, the 800 joint.
And then was there anything else?
Heineken.
He had a lot of shit in it.
Heineken and Corona.
It was a lot, and the tequila. And he like, excuse me. And I'm like, well, hold on, what's gonna happen now?
What's up, bro? Like, you looking around like, what's up?
What's going on? He's like, you guys happen to have a plastic bag, and hey, luckily we did. So like, yeah, sure. So Frenchie, go ahead, do what Frenchie do. Frenchie's a very, very extroverted person. He's very friendly. So he jumped out the car like, I got you, brother. Here you go. So me, I would just put my hand now, just tap in the bag. Like, here you go, buddy. Here you
got
go.
That.
But Frenchie's he's into meeting people quicker. He loves talking to people. Like I love talking to people too, but Frenchie's more quick going with it. Like he don't have to think about it. I gotta think about it sometimes. Like, who's this motherfucker? Why are you looking at me like that? But Frenchie is definitely an extrovert. I'm an introvert. But Frenchie jump out there, got the, here you go. He shakes the bag so the man can put the stuff in the bag, and the man goes, "You want one?" And Frenchie goes, "Oh shit, why not?"
Hell yeah, got me a Corona Light.
Now he in the car, and now the song is true. Now we do got weed and we got drinks.
Carl and I looked at each other like, really?
What just happened?
The universe just
works in mysterious ways, and I love it, baby. Thank you.
Universe was like, I see y'all got the weed, but I don't see the drink.
Right.
We gotta fix this.
How you gonna sing the song about weed and drinks and not have no drinks?
Like, and then the universe said, I got you, Monix.
Right.
Guy came, needed help, and then I was like,
I didn't even see him come.
I saw him stumbling, and he kind of looked homeless, so I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought he was gonna ask us for $1 or something. And I was like, "Oh Lord, do I have any change?" Like I was about to look for my change.
I was not scared, but then I just.
I wasn't scared. I was just like, I'm trying to sing my song and enjoy my high.
But then I can understand because you're out. Like,
but the only reason why I was like not like upset about this whole thing, like nigga, you walking around with mad weed. Not weed. You walking with mad alcohol in your hand. You got beer and fucking alcohol in your hands.
Cops is definitely gonna stop.
Right, they pulling him over. So I'm like, nah, give him. He need a bag. That man need a bag. Give that man a bag.
Yeah, and then we got a treat.
Right?
So you
got a treat.
I mean, would you like some?
Because I was not
I'm
gonna
be okay. I got whiskey at home. I still didn't drink yet, bro.
Oh, okay.
You don't even drink.
I know that's the thing. That's why you see. I was like,
that whiskey would have been halfway.
You know how long that whiskey been there? That whiskey been there for like 2 weeks now.
Damn.
2 weeks, mixed and everything, and I'm just letting it just chilling.
Don't worry, because it gets better with every time.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like,
can't keep messing with it. The first hit, that first shot is gonna be bang.
I just just trying to be focused, especially now next week we're shooting the rest of this movie.
And didn't you get liked by somebody?
Oh yeah, I mean it's so the universe works in mysterious ways. So yesterday, I was watching Spike Lee joint and we were watching what's the movie called? Mo Better Blues with Denzel Washington. Then you got Wesley Snipes, Spike Lee, of course. You got the full cast. It's a real black movie, real classic movie. Like I didn't even realize till yesterday, like all the jazz songs that I listen to on a regular now, I've heard in that film growing up. So I'm like, wow, I didn't realize how much this film had an effect on me. So anyway, I'm enjoying the film. Wesley Snipes is one of my favorite actors because outside his action films, he's a really great actor. Outside of his action films, if you just watch him in a drama, like the man can kill it. They don't cast him in dramas like they really need to put this man back in a drama because he's really good at drama, especially if you look at the old school Spike Lee joints he has. So I'm going through Instagram and I see that they're having an anniversary for Demolition Man. I think it's the 25th anniversary. So I'm like, oh. This is awesome. So I like leaving comments on a lot of people's stuff, or mentioning celebrities. That's my big.
I love Demolition Man.
Right, Demolition Man is the classic. And Gary Vee's always saying, "Yo, you want to get people's attention, you better show up in their comments until they start recognizing you." So these days, I'm always commenting on everybody. I mean, like making sure, hey, remember the name. You're gonna see the name. You don't remember it in the comments. You go remember when you see it on the big screen. You know what I mean? Yes. So, today, and a lot of people respond. You remember Cameron Smith responding when you watching to his movie Tusk?
Yes, I was like, yo, Cameron.
I still cannot believe you threw up though. And I sat there and watched that movie.
He didn't eat no breakfast. Did you drink that morning? I can't remember if you drank that day. I know you didn't eat that morning. I remember that morning you didn't eat.
That morning I didn't eat.
I remember you didn't eat. Yeah, we were smoking like crazy. We were smoking like crazy. So, you know.
But the thing was, it's the way that he was talking, and then you see the nose, the blood. And
I saw everything.
I'm like, oh my God.
I saw everything. I loved it.
Yo,
I had a smile on my face the whole time.
Yo, just that one part. I'm like, bruh, it's bloody. You just like I just started. It just started crawling in me. But
amazing.
yo, I respected him.
Yeah,
That's the gruesome that we needed.
Shout out to Kevin Smith.
I respect Wesley Snipes too because I always loved and grew up on Blade.
Right. Oh, let me finish the Wesley Snipes story. So, you know, I leave on a comment. Oh snap! This is really awesome. You know, throw the rock in the air. You know, like hey, Jesus hands, whatever you call. What do you call those emojis when you throw your hands in the air? Did you know what is that? Is that a rock? Is that the church? Is that praising? What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I did that, and then you know he liked it. And I was like, hey, Wesley likes it. So you know that's how it starts, people. It starts with him just liking a comment. Then it starts with him actually checking out the page, watching a video or two. Then he checks out a movie and go, oh, I'm gonna fuck with these niggas. I like these niggas, you know. So Wesley, we waiting for you, brother. We waiting for you.
Definitely.
You know, same with Kevin Smith, but Kevin Smith retweets and actually responds to a lot of our stuff. Kevin Smith really shout out to Kevin Smith. He responds to a lot of our stuff.
Hey, thanks, man.
So shout out to Kevin Smith.
Hope to meet you one day and shake your
It's
hand.
crazy, Kevin.
Definitely.
You know what's crazy? He actually really inspired Unlocked Doors and really think because we saw Unlocked Doors right before we started shooting this movie. We didn't really think about it. We really saw that. We saw that movie and was like, and I was like, come on, guys, the next movie we do.
Like we broke everything down, and just the drafts,
right,
is making me like I want to finish the Jagon thing. Like that's how bad that's how bad it is. Like that's how bad I want to be in it. And you finally finished it. Congratulations, you finally finished it.
The script is finished. Yes.
It's one of those like you know it's gonna happen, but you still have to see it on a big screen to find out what happened.
Right.
It's like, yes, it's one of those movies.
It's crazy because
coming soon.
Yes, coming soon. There's another movie that's very similar. It's not. I mean, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of similar. And it's called Sorry to Bother You. I'm not going to spoil it, but they go full Tusk by the end of the movie. Full Tusk, and I was like, holy shit! Ain't see that shit coming for a black film. I didn't know black films go that direction. They went full Tusk in that. So if y'all like Tusk, y'all definitely like Sorry to Bother You. But there's a lot of celebrities I think had liked our shit at one point. I remember Robert Rodriguez, the guy who did Desperado, Marachi, Spy Kids, Machete. He responded to one of my comments one time because on Twitter, I just mentioned I was like, yo, everything I learned from filmmaking, I got from Kevin Smith and Robert Rodriguez. They taught me how to make movies. Now I'm making movies and teaching people how to make movies. And he responded like, oh my God, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. You know, so I was like,
that's good,
right?
Man.
Like, hey, you know, I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna annoy the shit out of these people until they respond and they're like, yo, what are you doing over there? Like, I'm making movies, man.
Help!
Look at it.
What do you got?
Right?
What you got?
I will throw everything at you. Like this is what we got.
Because I'm not trying to ask nobody for no help. I just want to show them our movies, and if they want to actually produce something afterwards, that's on them. You know, but at this point of our lives, we're right now about making our content, telling our stories, and building our audience. That's where we're really at right now. You know what I mean? You know, Hollywood's all good and dandy, but at the end of the day, social media is where we at right now. The fact that Facebook is now making deals where you have full-blown TV shows going to be on Facebook now, like the same way you watch TV, they want you to do it on Facebook. So you're going to have shows like Game of Thrones, and not specifically Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones type of series on Facebook now. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's like, my goal for us is try to shoot like 12 movies a year. Mm-hmm. But out of those 12 movies, only 2 of those probably might hit theaters, and the other 10 is probably going to be like on Amazon and Netflix and, you know, wherever we can get the distribution into it. You know what I mean? Because right now, everybody's on their phone. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, even when I'm at the movies, I'm still on my phone. You know what I mean? Unless it's a really good movie. You know, like some movies I can't pull out.
Because last time I called him, he was in the movies.
Had a full-blown conversation.
He showed it.
He was like, yo.
And he was watching Equalizer.
Yeah, he was born at that part. He was born at that part. If you had called me any later, I was like, click. That's it.
He was full-blown conversation. Like, I was just like, all right, well, you know, you're at the movies. You know, so he's like, yeah, but I mean, I'm saying, though, like, what's going to happen, though? What's going on? I'm like,
in fact, you don't call me and tell me you some shit and think I'm going to hang up. Like, oh, your car got booted? All right, cool. I'm gonna talk to you later. All right, click. Like, nah. What the hell is going on over there? Like, Denzel be alright. He gonna get his check. What's going on over there? Trying to make sure you good.
That's loyalty.
Like Denzel got my check already. I can't do nothing about this no more. Tell me if I gotta leave the movies. That's what I'm trying to find out. Do you need me to pull out? Cause I'm on the app. You on the app? Do I need to leave? Are you sure? Are you really planning to go to jail?
He was really. I was like, wait.
Nah, cause you like, yo, I'm ready to go to jail. I'm like, Lord, I just got here. So I'm like, yo, that's not gonna save nothing. That's not gonna help nothing. Don't do that. That's not gonna help nothing. Like if you was dead after about going to jail, I was gonna have to leave the movie. I was like, oh, I gotta go. Gotta fucking leave. Sorry, Denzel. I'm gonna have to watch you break next another time. I can't tonight. But you know. That's what friends are for, people, you know? No matter if you at the movies, you know, there's time and place for everything, you know? The movies is something I could walk away from, you know? Like, it's not like I was, like, in the hospital, my wife was giving birth and in labor and shit. And you're like, hey, you know, I can't talk. It's oh, shit, it's coming out! Oh! Let me hit you back. Wait, what happened with your car? What? Oh, shit, fucked up. No, don't go to jail. No! Oh! Why they look like that? Oh! I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. Get off the phone! Yeah, I got you, babe. I'm sorry. Gotta go. You know, some places you can do it, some places you can't, you know? And nobody in the movies get mad when I pick up my phone. But that's because I know how to talk. It's not like I'm mad loud on the phone. And like, if you remember, I was like really, really loud. Like, yeah, wait, what's going on now? What happened?
Soft voice.
Like, you gonna do what now? Nah, that's not gonna help nothing. Nah. Like, I remember when I went to go see Whitney, this lady was right behind us. Oh, she was so fucking loud. And I was so tight because I told my friend Camille, I was like, Camille, let's go to the back. She's like, no, people be having sex back there and da-da-da-da. I'm like, me, I like sitting in the back because I get to see the whole theater, you know, the big screen. That's my whole thing. I like sitting at the back. That's my thing.
I like sitting up close.
Which when you're talking about, like, are you talking about the theaters on the same floor or the one that rises up and down? Like
3 or 4 seats back where I can actually see.
Like, I like when it's lifted up. I like being up top. I like seeing up from up top. I
used to like that. But I was like, no.
I think I'm on it because I get to see. I'm not just seeing the movie. I can see the whole audience. You know what I mean? As a filmmaker, I want to see what they react to, what moment they were like, oh snap, oh that's so good.
So while you're up top, I'll be down there like. So much freedom.
I hate being so close to the front. I can't see nobody.
I don't like that. Exactly. I don't want to see nobody.
I want to see everybody. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I go to movies by myself because I'm there to see how the audience react. But let me finish the story though.
Go ahead.
We watched the Whitney movie, and the lady she's an older woman. Every woman in there must have been like 40 and up. There was not. We were the youngest people in the room. We were probably the only ones in our 20s in that room, and. This lady behind us, and she's commenting on everything, like, you know, like, oh, I remember that dress. I hated that dress. And, you know, she like she was fucking there for everything, you know, like, I remember when she did that bullshit, like, do you? You was that? And then, you know, be like simple shit, like, the guy next to her, you know, if this was a date, this would be the horrible date ever, because he'll be making a small comment, and he'll be like, yeah, you know, they're like, it'll be like a shot of the water, and, you know, he'll be like, wow, that's a beautiful shot. That shit that's dirty. You could have catch me in that water. This is the alligator. And I'm just sitting here like, lady, like I'm right behind you, and you don't even need to be this loud. Like, lady, you shouting over the movie. I can't hear you. You know, so the guy realized after a while he can't say nothing to her because she's gonna be loud. So he decides to be, you know, just be quiet for the rest of the movie. Says nothing. Then, you know, gets up, goes to the bathroom. Her phone rings, full blast. But she picks it up. Hey girl, what's up?
Oh no.
No, I'm not crazy. This is watching this movie.
No.
Girl, Whitney went through some shit.
Oh no.
I'm watching her right now.
Oh no.
Girl, for her own Bobby. Lord, girl, no. It's out of control. It's a mess. They were a mess.
Oh no.
And I'm sitting here just like, okay, any moment now she's gonna have to hang up, right? This went on for 2 minutes straight. A full-blown conversation.
I would have been
fucking Brooklyn, yo.
I would have probably went to jail that day.
Yeah, I would have too.
That's Brooklyn.
I would have thrown her phone.
It's Brooklyn, though, you know. And the pink houses is right there. You know the pink houses in Brooklyn, right? You know that shit's ghetto as fuck. So I'm just like, what? This is what I get from going all the way to the pink houses to go see a movie. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Like, that's when I talk in the movies and I'm on the phone, I'm sure you called me a couple times about the movie, and I'm very low. Like, you called me just Skyscraper, right?
Yeah, it was Skyscraper.
And I'm like, yo, man, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm all the way in Fresh Meadows, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, the movie just started, bro. Yeah, all right. What? You gonna be at the hood though? You gonna leave? You gonna leave? Wait, you gonna what?
We're gonna pick you up, man.
Okay, all right, I gotta go. The Rock is shooting at niggas now. I gotta go.
Text me.
Oh man, courtesy, y'all. You gotta, be courteous, because niggas will complain. Every movie theater I've been to, though, niggas don't complain. But then again, I usually be the only black guy in the room, so I don't think anybody want to shit on the only black guy in the room.
No, shit, I like the movie theaters where it's empty and I can just.
There's some theaters that's empty. Now, like when I go to this little spot and it's near Flushing.
Jewel.
Like
a little $7 spot.
I know that one, but not that one I'm talking about. I think it's Midway. It's in
I seen it.
It's like Kew Gardens. In Kew Gardens.
Yes,
small,
I know you're talking
it's in Kew Gardens. That one is really, really small. And you can always find that one like barely with people in that one. The one I went to the other day, Fresh Metal, that one had a lot of people on that shit. And it was, what the crazy thing about it? So, I get my ticket. Not mind you guys, I'm high as hell. You know me. I made sure I smoked before I got to the movies and shit. So, I'm rushing the movies to make sure, like, holy shit, I gotta see this movie. And I got mad shit on me, candy, chips, and everything, and I stuff them all in my pocket. And I'm just hoping nobody recognizes these big old stuffed pockets. You know what I mean? Hoping nobody looks. So I'm thinking I could just get in the movies, go straight in, sit down, and I'll be A-okay. So I get there, and I realize I still got at least a good 10, 15 minutes before the movie starts. So the guy was like, yeah, man. Well, not even started, but before they start letting people in. So the guy was like, hey, man, yeah, give me 10, 15 minutes, and you can come on in, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm waiting, hoping nobody sees my big, I'm wearing this hoodie, this exact hoodie right here. So this is like puffed up right here, puffed up over here.
Like a fence.
I had the cargo shorts, so the pockets are stuffed and everything. And I'm trying to cover the bottle in my left pocket and whatnot. I'm like, oh Lord. I see the manager of the theater walk out, and he's rushing to the box office in front. So I'm just like trying to turn so he don't look at me and see my stuff pockets and shit. And he's greeting other customers, like, hey, how you doing? You having a good time? You guys, I'm just like, Lord, please don't let this man come to me and talk to me if I'm having a good time. Let him do what he's doing, So I'm in my smackness. I'm looking at the time. I'm doing some Snapchatting. That's Snapchatting. It's Instagram stories at this point. And this kid come out of nowhere, and he goes, oh, there go Michael. I look at this man, like, what now? I'm trying to see if he's talking to somebody else next to me, and he literally takes his arm and pointed over my shoulder. And go, right there, Michael. And I'm sitting here like, yo, am I being punked right now? What the fuck is going on right now? Especially because I'm high as shit. So I'm like, what is going on? Turn around, and then I see the Halloween posters for the new Michael Myers movie coming out. I'm like, oh, yeah, Michael, yeah. And I look, and I realize the kid is now older. I'm like, oh, snap, okay. And I start looking to see if he's with somebody. And the kid is all by himself. He can't be more than 15, 14 years old. He's a really young cat. And he goes, yeah, man, you think that movie's going to be scary? I'm like, it's a horror movie. I hope so. Right? Kind of hope it will be scary. He's like, if I'm scared, what are you going to say? I'm like, well, if you were scared, then I'm going to guess it was a good movie. Then he gets close to me. But if I'm not scared, what are you going to say? Then I'm like, then I guess they did a horrible job then. It's not a good movie. He goes, I like you. What's your name? I'm like, Carl. I'm like, hi, I'm Anthony. She tries to shake my hand, and, I'm like, hi, Anthony. How you doing? He's like, what's that? Pointing to the stuff pocket. I'm like, oh. I'm like, that stuff I'm hoping nobody would notice I got. He's like, I like you, Carl. I hope to see you again. He gives me a hug. Bye, Carl. I'm like, bye, Anthony. And he just walks out. And then I just start stuffing all my stuff away in my pocket. Like, oh, okay. I'm not as low as I thought I was. But I went to the guy at the front, like, yo, can I use the bathroom real quick? And he's like, yeah, but you still got to wait five more minutes. Like, yeah. Went to the bathroom, went right into the theater. I'm like, nah, I'm hot. You niggas can see I got mad shit stuffed in here. I'm hot. So thank you, Anthony, for pointing out that I was hot at the movie theater. Yeah. Sweet kid.
Cute.
Yeah, but I was so not ready for that. As high as I wasn't ready for that at all. But and then it's crazy. It didn't stop either. When I sat there in the movie theater, filming is all. You know how I do. I'm filming in the movie theater, or whatever. And there's a family that's sitting in front of me, right? And I'm filming the screen. It's not the movie yet. It's like the pre-show. And the guy turns around, and I can show you that clip where the guy turns around, and looks at me, and I'm like, "What the fuck is man looking at for?" He looks at me. He goes, "Hey." I'm like, oh Lord, why me? This whole day, why people are coming to me now? I'm like, yes. And you're like, yeah, man, you mind taking a picture of my family? I'm like, sure. I get up from my seat. He's like, hey, can you come around though?
Oh my God.
Come down this way and take the picture.
God. Oh God.
I'm like, this is what happens when I'm by myself. If I wasn't by myself, the nigga can't pull me out like this. You know, I'm like, I got you.
I would have walked over.
And then he goes, it's me and my mom. And I'm like, nigga, that's kind of fucking rude. Like, because there was 3 of them. So I'm like, I don't know who this old nigga is, but that's kind of fucked up. You don't want him in the picture too. So I'm just like, all right, I'm taking mad pictures of all, like 3 of them to 2 of them, 3 of them to 2 of them. Like, all right, here's your options. Oh, snap, these look great. Here you go. Like, thanks, man. I'm like, no problem. Oh, God's like, hey, man, how the pictures come out? So I was like, see, that's why I knew I had to take the picture of him. I knew he was going to get left out if I didn't take that picture. But yeah, you know, I still don't know who those people are. But, you know, this is the shit that happens when you at the movies by yourself.
What? Please. I avoid all that. The worst that I ever had was somebody...
I think that's not even the movie. That's anywhere in life. People will just come. If you by yourself, people will talk to you. They will. I remember one time I went all the way to Florida with the coach bus or whatever. If you by yourself, people are going to talk to you. Yeah. And I've met so many people that I would never probably see again in my life. But, you know, just like, hey, while we're on the road, how you doing? Where you going?
I had plenty of that. Like, on my way to Virginia, 7 hours on that bus. And niggas would just sit next to me and just start random conversations. I'm just like,
dumb.
right.
Niggas will tell you everything. They'll tell you about the sex life, the drugs they taking, the drama in their life, who cheating on who, family issues.
The best things I had going to Virginia was somebody lighting me up, and it was 2 females.
On the coach bus?
Yeah, but it wasn't on now. It was before.
We
went around the corner. We
smoked
it down around the corner.
On the way, on the highway.
And Joe.
Niggas was just passing the blunt to the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, one nigga go in, take a couple pulls, come out, another nigga walk in with them, take a couple pulls, walk out.
That's
like,
fucking
niggas
crazy.
Passing it as they walk
yeah, niggas wasn't worried about them fucking stops.
Fucking no, we didn't give a fuck. We didn't care.
I remember when I was on there, right? I was so fucking paranoid because I had like at least a quarter of blood on me, right? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna take this shit to Florida in case, you know, when I get out there, I can't get some right away, you know, and so I want to have some on me. So I'm on my way to the terminal in where's that? Penn Station? Where's that? Penn Station over here?
For the bus?
Yeah, over here. It's Penn Station where the coach bus is at, right? The terminal for the coach buses.
Yeah.
No, it's Grand. Isn't it
Grand
Port Authority?
It's Port Authority. Yeah, Port Authority. Yeah, you're right. It's Port Authority. So I'm on my way to Port Authority. I'm getting off the train, and I got mad luggage because Haitians, when you going out of town, you got to bring everything for other family members too. So you're not just going for you. You're bringing shit for other family members too. So I got like 5-6 different luggages, and one of them got the weed in it, you know, and I know which one it is because it's my shit, you know, and then, you know, it's the weed inside of a chip bag that's inside of another chip bag. I was just so paranoid. I was like, you know, in case niggas decide they want to look for shit, I got to go through several chip bags before you find them. Like, I had several. It was like those China dolls that just keep going into the smaller one underneath. Yeah. That's how I put my way. I was like, nah. And then, like, I'm not taking no chances because, you know, I'm going across state borders with weed. This is early 2011, I think. So, you know, the weed laws are a little different now, you know, but technically, that's, you know, I was going across borders with that shit, you know what I mean? And I'm just thinking about, I'm like, yo, I'm just want to smoke my shit. This is not intent to sell, but I don't, you know, you can't tell these niggas this shit. So you just gotta stuff that shit in and hope nobody see this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm getting off the train, walking through it. You know, it's hot as fuck. I'm grabbing all this luggage, and I see a cop. He looks at me, I look at him, and I'm hot as fuck. So I'm like, oh God, oh. And he goes, hey, come here. I'm like, what? What the fuck? What's going on? He opens up the gate for me, you know, the emergency gate. He's like, here you go, you can walk through here. So I didn't have to go to the turnstile with all the luggage. And I was like, thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. You know, and this is early New York, so New York weed laws was different back then. Back then, you got caught with just a quarter, you were getting locked.
Oh yeah.
Now you get a ticket. Back then, you get locked for having that, my dad, just a quarter of weed. And they're like, oh, it's intent to sell. Like, no, nigga, I smoked this much weed. Like, let me go. I'm a pothead. Don't punish me for being a pothead. So, you know, I'm happy with myself. Like, hey, cop, let me into the city with the weed. Hey, I'm lit. You know, so I'm like, all right, cool. This is going, you know, I'm good right now. I'm like, I'm high. You know, this is going to be this trip is several days. I'm going all over to Florida from New York. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be here for a couple of days. I got my Bailey's, cat, you know, the Bailey's, it's not rum, it's, with a Caskin cream, Irish cream. You know, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be sipping on this tonight. I'm going to be chill. I'm like, I'm going to be Mac on the road trip. You know, so I'm waiting online. And I'll never forget, this is a Spanish guy. I'll never forget this guy. He's sitting on the ground, and I'm thinking, because, it's Port Authority, I'm like, oh, it must be one of the homeless guys that be chilling in, the terminal all day, because there's always homeless people chilling in the terminal all day, just taking. So he's sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know why he's sitting in this area, but fuck it, it's New York, this New York shit, so I pay no mind to it. So they're like, all right, everybody get on the bus, taking our ticket, and I put all the extra bags away, but I keep the bag on me with the weed on it and shit. Get on there, sit down. Here comes this Spanish guy. I'm like, what the fuck? Because this guy was like, not like, dressed like an average, like he was homeless. You can clearly see he was homeless. He was dirty. He haven't taken showers in days. Like you could tell this man didn't have a home to go to wash up before getting on a bus. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and he was talking a lot, and so before, I'm thinking, all right, he's gonna be in New York, so that him talking got nothing to do with me. But then he got on the bus, and they continued to talking. So we're like, all right, now there's mad of us on the bus. I kid you not, mad of us. And all I'm thinking to myself is, I hope nobody do nothing sus while I'm sitting here with my weed. I just want to get to Florida, get off this bus, meet up with my people in Miami, smoke my weed, chill, and then go to Tallahassee. That was my whole plan. So I'm just like, if y'all don't fuck up my trip, we're going to be A-okay. So I'm sitting down, holding onto my bag. I'm waiting. Here comes a couple. No, it wasn't a couple. It was a black guy. And there was she was a white woman. And he sits down next to her. And she's like, oh, sorry, somebody's going to sit here. And he's like, oh, you got somebody going to sit here? She's like, yeah, somebody's going to sit here. He is like, and the guy was like, I think the weapon with the bus was already getting packed up already. So he was just like, no, you've been, because he'd been on a bus for a minute. So, and he saw her get comfortable, and he's like, yo, I ain't nobody coming. Like, don't be real. If you don't want a nigga to sit next to you, just say you want me to sit next to you. She's like, no, somebody's coming, and da-da-da-da. Like, she started getting loud. And I'm like, Lord, no, let's not do this now. And this is during the Trayvon Martin time. So this, white and black, the whole white and black thing right now is hot. It's heat, whoo! Like, I mean, right now, it's still hot, right now. Any white people who talk shit about black folks, they losing their job right now on the internet ASAP, you know what I mean? But this is where, the tension was still very high. So, I'm sitting here like, yo, we don't need this right now. And everybody on the bus is saying the same thing, but they're more vocal about it. Like, hey, man, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the bitch. Let him sit the fuck down. And then, the conductor, the guy who's driving the bus, goes like, hey, what's the problem? And she's like, oh, no. He's like, yo, but I was just trying to find a seat. And somebody back here, yo, bro, there's a seat back here, bro. You can sit with us. He's like, all right, cool, bet. He's like, fucking stuck up, bitch. And then, it goes to the back. And she's like, and the bus started driving, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Why this motherfucker start talking again? Like, I thought you had somebody coming sit next to you, huh? I thought somebody was coming. That shit, they had a full-blown argument. We didn't even leave the station for a whole hour because of that fucking argument. Oh, my God. That shit was on for a minute. I'm just like, yo. Because there was, at one point, they was almost threatening to call authorities. I'm like, yo, y'all making it hot for a nigga. Y'all making it hot. Let's not do this.
I'd have been like, pointing right at them like, yo, that's them. Stay with them. They argue.
Either or, somehow the shit got deaded and we started driving. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now, you're on the coach bus, so there's a lot of voices. People are talking on the phone. People are with somebody. I'm chilling by myself. Got my headphones on. Baby's crying in the front. I'm like, oh God, boy, this is shut. Wi-Fi going in and out. They had the Wi-Fi on the coach bus. It's midnight. Starting to pass out. Like, what the fuck is that? It's the Spanish guy talking to himself, just himself in Spanish. And now I'm just sitting here like, okay, clearly the man got a mental illness, but hopefully, this will stop at one point. This shit was going on for hours to the point where niggas was stopping each other from trying to kill him. Oh, shit. There was mad like, yo, bus driver, let's just take him off right now, son. We can do this right now. Like, niggas was ready to kill this man. The nigga just couldn't shut up. Like, every time he got quiet, he was just like, we're chilling. You hear nothing but the road. Like, oh, bro, what the fuck, bro? No. No. What are you doing? Why? Why?
I would have been like, please.
And mind you, this is it takes a while to get to Florida from New York. This went on for days. He would get quiet,
rent a car,
and then starts talking again. That's the moment I need to learn how to speak Spanish. I wanted to know so bad what the fuck this nigga was saying. I'm like, you got something to say. Apparently, you got something you got to say. What do you need to tell me, my friend? Tell me what you got to say. Let me understand what you're screaming about. Like, they were ready to restrain that nigga in the back. They were so ready to, like, it was so many dudes who had to stop another dude from going to back there. Like, no, bro, not even worth it, man. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. So, I'm sitting here like, Lord, nothing else could go wrong right now. I don't need no more hot shit going on. Driver starts. Also, I forgot to mention, you know, they may be frequent stops in between. The DEA like to do these searches to make sure that you know about trafficking drugs. So if you got any drugs right now, I suggest you drop it off or get it off this bus. And I'm sitting here like, hey, when they gonna find this quarter of weed on me? Like, I'm not a drug trafficker, I'm just a piehead. You know, so I'm just like paranoid now, thinking like, so when is the stop gonna happen? You know, so now I'm wide awake. You know, this is a full try. You know, I was trying to catch some sleep before, but now you're talking about stopping with the DEA. I'm afraid to close my eyes and wake up and there's a dog in my face selling my shit. Like, oh God. So now I'm wide awake through the whole trip. I'm passing out. I'm just like, oh God, how long are we gonna get to Florida? Waking up, passing out, waking up, and then we have to transfer from buses. So I'm like, oh, this must be the moment.
Oh shit!
This is the moment where they search our shit. So we get off the bus, and I see, you know, a lot of people DEA down the block and shit like that. So I'm like, oh fuck no! They say, "Girl, you're a fucking idiot. You should just left the weed at home." This is what happens. You try to be ill. You try to be slick. Try to bring home weed. No, see, no, you never. No, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot now. So I'm just sitting here like, okay.
I love alcohol so much. I'd have been having bottles in my lap, like, boy.
So I'm like, all right, where do I stand? Because I'm like, where does the next bus go? They're like, oh, you stand over there. So I'm like, all right, when do we leave? They're like, oh, you don't leave for another hour. So I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. And I'm watching these guys just searching nigga shit at random. And I'm just like, oh God. Okay. I guess today's the day I'm going to jail. Alrighty. So I'm texting everybody like, hey girl, I love you. Just in case I don't get to talk to you again, you know. They're like, well, you sound weird. Like, bitch, just wait. You'll see me on the news. I'm going to be the nigga. I'll be that nigga who did some crazy shit. Shot. I think at this point I was like, I forgot where I was. I was nowhere near New York, but I still was far from Florida. You know what I mean? I got like, sorry, I'm rambling with the butt in my hand and didn't even lit it. So I'm watching everybody getting their bag, searching shit, looking at the time. I see this one man with a dog. I would never forget it because that dog, he was just fixated at me. Just wouldn't stop looking. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. Like, what did this dog want from me? And it's like, what's going to happen now? Dog's looking at me. Guy pulls the dog. Dog walks away with the man. And I'm just fixated at this dog. Like, all right, what's the play here, doggy? What are we doing here? You know, you going to make it hot or what? And he locks on one more time. Do one bark. I'm like, oh, shit. Dog stops looking at me and just goes in another direction. I'm like, word? The fuck you bark at me for then, nigga? Wait, are you trying to tell me something? What are you trying to tell me, Lassie?
You owe me.
Like, you got this, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what was that bark for? So, finally I get on that bus. The Spanish guy leaves. I finally make it to Miami. I smoke weed on Miami Beach. The people I was with fuckboys and shit, so I ended up leaving and going to Tallahassee earlier than planned.
Oh shit, no.
And then
can't smoke on beaches no more.
I don't think it was legal for me to smoke on that beach during that time either. I was tight. That was a long ass trip. I ain't sleep with this nigga in my ear all fucking night and shit for several nights. So I was chilling. I was like, yeah, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning anyway. The sun was still coming up and all that shit, you know? So I'm on my way back from Tallahassee back to New York. And this is like late September now, right? When I first left, it was August. So this is August when I got on the bus. So now this is September going to October, and I'm heading back to New York. And I'm going to the bus that connects back to New York from wherever I was at this point. And I'm sitting there. Guess who the fuck I see?
Who is it?
The same Spanish nigga wearing the exact same clothes, saying the exact same fucking phrase he was saying last time. And he was getting on another fucking bus. I'm like, where is he getting this money to travel? Like, yo. I'm like, yo, how do you think they kill this man yet? Like, yo. Like, I'm like, what does he do? Is this what he do? He just got mad points and just travel everywhere and just talk shit on a bus? I wish I really spoke Spanish. I wish I could talk to this man and just ask him what's going on with you, brother? Talk to me, please. Yeah, it went out. Word. But that's how I traveled across with weed. That's the only time. People told me they got on planes with it and shit like that. I've never done that. I can't. I'm afraid of that shit. I'm afraid of doing shit like that. I seen her to Kumar. Nah, bruh. I'm good.
It's not happening.
I remember one time I was in Arizona. I was actually leaving Arizona to come back to New York, right? And I had nothing on me, nothing. You know, because I was coming to my man's wedding and shit like that. You know, and he was in Arizona. You know, that's a gun state. You know, like I was gonna do no dumb shit over in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially because he was marrying a white girl and shit like that. So I'm like, I ain't gonna give these white people no reason to point me out as that stereotypical black guy. You know, smoke weed, this, that, da, da, da. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna smoke weed when I'm out there. None of that shit. So I'm not gonna even bother trying to get that shit out there, right? Mind you, I don't have an appetite. Before I started smoking weed, when I went to Haiti, I lost 30 pounds, and my appetite had never been the same since. So, when I smoke, sometimes it really helps build my appetite. So, while I'm in Arizona, you know, we're eating a lot, and I can't really eat because I'm not smoking, so I don't really have an appetite. So they'll take me to like Golden Corrals. What are they? Carrols? What are they?
Golden Corral.
Yeah, so we're going to go to Corrals. Like, hey, you gonna find some good food here. You know, I try to put myself on my plate. But I'm like, I know I can't eat everything, so let me just put the minimum as possible. Still, even with the minimum, I can't eat. I'm like, fuck. We go to Olive Garden. I took maybe like 2 bites out of my steak and a couple bites of my mashed potato. Done. Appetite's fucked at that point.
We took you to IHOP. That was a whole different
Yeah,
story.
but we smoked before IHOP, so I had appetite. That's different.
And everybody was quiet.
Yeah, we was enjoying that meal. We was enjoying that. We sat there 30 minutes in silence.
We was talking the whole time. And we was talking shit. We was like, where the fuck?
Yeah, we talked mad shit until that food got there.
Where the fuck this bitch going?
We were talking for a good minute.
Nah, this ain't even what I ordered. This ain't even my drink. Whose drink is that? I don't know. The Yatu started fighting for the chocolate milk. I was like, really?
Yes, that was a fun day for us.
That's what we
especially since we worked last night.
He ate half his food, packed the rest to go, sat there like, this bitch still ain't getting my drink. Fuck it. Open the fucking food up and finish that shit right there.
Like, I might as well just finish it here. She's taking forever to come with the fucking bill. Might as well. But so I'm leaving Arizona, and we rented a car, so we had to bring the car back to the rental spot, right? So we're driving and we get up to the border, because, you know, Arizona is like, you know, near California, Mexico, all them shits like that. So I'm guessing, you know, there's probably a lot of illegal immigrants crossing the borders a lot over there or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So we at the border, they're checking our IDs, the passports and shit. So they got the dog and he's barking, woof, woof. And it reminded me of the dog from the Florida trip. And I was like, no, what the fuck? Because this dog ain't as cool as the last dog. What's going on? Woof, woof, woof. He was barking at the back of the truck. I'm like, holy shit. I hope I didn't bring no shit, because I had the same book bag. I usually keep my weed in my book bag, but I told myself, like, I know I ain't bring no weed with me. There ain't no fucking way. But this dog was barking at the back. So, all right, yo, everybody stay outside. So we sit outside the car. You know, they're searching through the car. They finally go to the truck. Roof, roof. You know, so they pull out my book bag, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I hope my book bag don't got no weed residue or seeds or something, because this dog is motherfucking barking. You know, I'm like, oh God, Lord. And so my man's asking me like, Carl, you didn't bring no weed with you. I'm like, nah, I know I didn't. Nah, like, no, I don't. I know I didn't got no weed. So the cop was like, yo, whose bag is it? I'm like, it's my bag. So you mind opening it up? I open it up. Big ass plate with my steak from fucking Olive Garden. Cop looked at it like, oh, the fucking dog.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit!
I almost lost my fucking mind. Like, all this for my steak from Olive Garden. Cause I could have finished the meal. So I was like, I'm gonna bring this shit back to New York so I can smoke and finish it. And that's exactly what I did. Like, went, got home, got some weed, smoked that shit, and ate it. You know, but
it was
dog
nothing.
The steak.
Right, the dog wanted the steak, and that shit scared the shit out of me. I was like, Lord, this whole time I had weed on me. This whole time I could have ate something when I was out here. Right? Like, oh man. But people do not travel with drugs on you. You know, I'm talking about weed specifically. Some people say weed is not a drug, but some places it's still classified as a drug, and you will be arrested for going across these lines, state lines, with these things.
Be careful and be responsible.
So learn from my stories. Do not go to the paranoia, and just wait till where you're going to get it from whoever got it. But that is this episode of the Cypher. I hope you guys learned a thing or two, and smoke responsibly.
Have fun responsibly.
Much love. God bless. 2 pieces of chicken grease. There y'all.
Good night.